guys, it's Lisa, and today I have decided to talk about my changing of my way day, the changing how I do it, and a little bit about my scale obsession. So, I don't know if I've talked about my scale obsession before, but before I started Bright Line Eating, I weighed myself maybe, I don't know, not just once a day, maybe 20 times a day. I weighed myself in the morning when I got up. I weighed myself after I went to the bathroom. I weighed myself after I ate. I weighed myself after I drank a glass of water. And those fluctuations can make you absolutely crazy. And ultimately, I think that really prevented me not only from losing weight, but it also caused me to gain weight because mentally I was either well, I've done all this stuff and I haven't lost any weight. I might as well eat cake. Or I was like, oh, look at this. I've lost a half a pound and I ate cake. So I should probably just be able to eat more cake or whatever. Anyway, it like wreaked havoc with decisions that I made and how I felt about myself. My day depended on what the number was on the scale. And as my number was climbing both before and during pregnancy, it was like life ending. Like I remember when it went like from 149 to 150 and I was like there's a 5. I've got to take care of it. The anxiety almost made me eat more. Then it was 159 to 160. There's a 6. Oh my gosh, how could this happen? And the ironic thing is you start to like, or at least me, I started to fantasize back to having a 5 and fantasizing back to having a 4 and things like that. Anyway, my day would be made like I would weigh myself, and the interesting thing is if it was 149, I would feel better about whether, if it was 149.5, my day could be better than if it was 150. So that half a pound made a difference in how I carried myself, how I went through my day, how I decided to eat, and everything. And then it just eventually kept climbing, climbing, climbing. And the scale, obviously weighing myself every day was making zero difference. So when I started Bright Line Eating, I started I read her whole thing about whether or not you should be a daily weigher, a weekly weigher, or a monthly weigher. And I decided like to do bi-weekly because I didn't think I could I thought it would be a huge step to even go 1 week, let alone 2. I wasn't even sure I could do it. And amazingly, it made a huge difference because I wasn't getting up in the morning and like just weighing myself after one day and going, oh, well, this isn't working. I might as well eat something or whatever, because it actually like the weight that I lost was true weight loss. So it wasn't like just fluctuations of water from day to day. It was what I had lost over. I mean, there might have been some fluctuation, but really solidly there was some weight loss there. So, kind of, okay, fast forward. I've been doing this since July and I've been weighing myself bi-monthly and it's been working for me. And then just recently, probably I guess 3 weeks ago, or was it 4 weeks ago? Anyway, a couple weeks ago, I should have brought my little book. I had my weigh-in where I shockingly lost 3.5 pounds, and after having this like zero point 0.5 to 1 pound to 1 pound, 1.5 in 2 weeks weight loss, I was so excited. And I let that somehow play head games with me. And I started to go, well, if I was able to lose weight, maybe I could have extra here, or maybe I could have extra. And I started wanting to push the limit to see if I could eat a little bit more and still lose weight. Well, then I started. Then I did that. Then the following week or the following weigh-in, I lost nothing. And then I was like, well, how on earth could I, even though I wasn't perfect on my bright lines, I don't eat flour, I don't eat sugar, I don't eat dairy, I don't eat meat. Like, how on earth could I not have lost weight? And that started to play, well, what's wrong with me? Like, why? And then I started to like, well, what if this isn't working? And I started to really second guess myself. So I have decided to change my weigh-in to monthly because I think the mind games are affecting how I'm going about this. So yeah, this is like totally serious. I've kind of reached the point a little bit where I'm in the 140s. I plan, sorry about that. I plan on being in the 120s to 115, so I'm not there yet. However, I am a little more comfortable in my own skin now. At least I don't I feel like people don't look at me and go, oh, you know, she's fat. I don't feel like people look at me and think, oh, she's hot or she's thin or anything like that. But I feel a little less like huge. And so that's given me some comfort. And that's like, and I think I've kind of slowed down a little my zest. But I need to get down to it. I just need to knock this out and get it done. So I'm going to start weighing myself monthly. And let me see. So that my first weigh-in on this new plan will be May 15th. So that's my plan. But my big plan is to not only weigh myself monthly, but to challenge myself to do a perfect, so this is from the 14-day challenge, but I'm actually going to make it into a 30-day challenge, but I already printed the calendar, so I decided to use this one. So I'm going to make it into a 30-day challenge. So every day that I do Brightline perfectly, I'm going to cross it off, and my goal is to go 30 days of doing perfect Brightline, no exceptions, and then weigh in on the 15th. And anyway, but I will give you guys weekly updates and let you know if I've been able to stick with this. I feel pretty sure I can, because I do pretty well with like these little short-term goals. I do a lot better with that than I do with like the whole, oh my gosh, like you know, I'm gonna be on this diet for, like, if you'd have told me in July that I'd be like 8 months in, I'd be like 8 months with no sugar, no flour, there's no way I can do that. And so I do better with these like little challenges. And so what was I was going to say something else about the, oh, and the other thing is the weighing myself was also affecting what I was eating before weigh day, because I found that if I ate a huge amount of vegetables, you know, if I had my like 14 ounces of vegetables the night before, then, I was weighing in a little bit heavier than if I had like a more of a breakfast type meal. And so I got a little bit into that, like kind of became a tradition for me to always have my day before meals be like kind of more carby or less bulky, because so I was kind of letting that scale rule my decision making. And that is why I made the decision to go to monthly. And it really, like, I'm really hoping I can do it, because I have had a total scale addiction. I can't even remember back when it started, but I will tell you, probably my husband noticed the kind of scale addiction I had when one time I decided we were going on a vacation, and I decided I wasn't going to take my scale. And it was a huge decision for me. And I don't think he realized what a big decision it was. We were about 12 hours into our trip, and I had him pull over at Walmart so I could go and buy a scale. I went in and bought a scale. And then I went home, or went to our hotel and weighed myself, proceeded to believe that the scale was not right, went to Walmart, bought another scale, went home, weighed myself, because, you know, I would never weigh myself at Walmart. And not only that, but there's also, a lot of times they come prepackaged in that plastic, so you really can't weigh yourself. And then I went back and I bought a third scale. And I think that was when we both might have started to realize I might have a problem with scales. But that was like a year and a half ago. I mean, like, I didn't do anything about it until actually I started Brightline Eating. And Brightline Eating I didn't think would deal with my scale addiction. I thought it would just deal with my food addiction. So anyway, that is my goal. My goal is to go 30 days without weighing myself and 30 days of perfect Brightline. So if anybody's up for it, you know, we could do it together, and you can message me during my weekly, you can leave a message below during the weekly updates and let me know how you're doing. I'd love to be in this together. If I was more YouTube savvy, I could probably run this as like a challenge, but that might be something to come in the future. I'll probably have to have my 7-year-old teach me how to do it. Anyway, so that is it. I just wanted to briefly like update you on why I didn't do a Monday weigh-in, and my scale addiction, and my little challenge thing. So hope you guys are having a great Brightline journey and a great amazing life beyond Brightline as well, because that's what it's all about. And I will talk to you soon.